Welcome to the Riskwiser Zone, the podcast where we dive into the world of stocks and finance to help you make informed decisions about your investments. I'm your host, Louie, and we're glad you're joining us today. As we begin this episode, let's take a look at the current state of the market. We've got a lot to discuss, from the latest developments in the IT sector to the impact of global events on our economy. Recently, why is so? Christy Mathai shared some valuable insights on the market trends and where to find value in the current landscape. According to Christy, the IT space is one area that's under scrutiny, particularly with concerns about Donald Trump's policies and their potential effects on home business. However, it's worth noting that many Indian companies have already taken steps to increase localization efforts, which could mitigate some of these risks. Christie also pointed out that while discretionary demand may be muted in the short term, the IT services sector has been through similar challenges before and has come out strong. In fact, some of the large-cap names in this space are well positioned to weather any storms and could potentially offer attractive returns for investors. Of course, it's essential to approach any investment decision with a balanced perspective, considering both the potential risks and rewards. As we continue to navigate these complex markets, it's crucial to stay informed and adapt to changing circumstances. We'll be exploring more of these topics in depth throughout this episode, including Christie's thoughts on other sectors, such as utilities and consumption. We'll also examine the latest news and trends that could impact your investment portfolio. So, stay tuned for a comprehensive analysis of the market and expert insights to help you make wise decisions about your finances. We'll be right back with more from the world of stocks and finance on the Riskwiser Zone. Welcome back to the Riskwiser Zone. We're continuing our exploration of global events that shape the world of risk and uncertainty. In this segment, we're going to dive into a significant development in international trade and diplomacy. Chinese President Xi Jinping has been making a strong push for greater foreign investment in China as the country's economy continues to face challenges. In a recent address to major global business leaders, Xi urged foreign investors to have faith in China's business prospects, emphasizing that the country is a safe and stable place for foreign business. This outreach effort comes at a time when China is facing escalating trade tensions with the United States. The U.S. has raised tariffs on Chinese goods, and there are concerns about the impact of these tensions on global supply chains. Despite this, Xi has stressed the importance of cooperation and negotiation in resolving trade disputes. It's worth noting that several high-profile business leaders attended a state-backed conference in China, where they met with President Xi and other top officials. These included executives from companies like Apple, Standard Chartered, and Blackstone Group. The presence of these leaders suggests that there is still significant interest in doing business with China, despite the current trade tension. Republican Senator Steve Daines also met with Chinese Premier Li Qiang in Beijing, which could be a sign of efforts to set up a summit between President Xi and President Trump. While it's unclear what the outcome of such a meeting would be, it's clear that both sides are seeking to find ways to manage their differences and avoid further escalation. As we consider the implications of these developments, it's essential to recognize that the relationship between China and the United States is complex and multifaceted. While there are certainly challenges to be addressed, there are also opportunities for cooperation and mutual benefit. We'll continue to monitor this situation closely and provide updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the world of international trade and diplomacy remains a dynamic and rapidly evolving landscape. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on the Riskwiser Zone. Welcome back to the Riskwiser Zone. We've had a fantastic discussion so far, and now it's time to wrap up with some market updates and insights. As we've been discussing, the Indian stock markets will be closed on Monday, March 31st, in observance of Eid al-Fitr. This provides investors with an extended weekend, and it's essential to plan your trading activities accordingly. The multi-commodity exchange will also remain closed for the morning session, but will resume operations in the evening. In terms of market outlook, Indian benchmark indices declined on Friday due to concerns over U.S. reciprocal tariffs expected next week. The NSE Nifty 50 and BSE Sensex slipped, weighed down by it and auto stocks. However, it's crucial to remember that the market's resilience comes from renewed buying by FEs, which has given confidence to the bulls. Looking ahead, the market will be watching the April 9th monetary policy and QQ4 results. The U.S. PCE inflation data is also expected soon, which may give an indication of the inflation trend in the U.S. As always, it's essential to stay informed and adapt to changing market conditions. In our previous segment, we discussed some exciting stock picks and investment strategies with Sandeep Gupta, a renowned financial expert. If you missed that, be sure to check out our podcast archives for valuable insights and advice. Before we go, I want to remind our listeners that investing in the stock market involves risks, and it's crucial to do your research, set clear goals, and diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and always keep a long-term perspective in mind. That's all for today's Riskwiser Zone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, invest with caution.